What is going on, Internet world? My name is Tommy. You probably know me as Rivet, and I'm your coach of the Atlanta Braviaries, the highest flying, flyest looking team on YouTube. We are here with our Week 5 battle of the MMDL, the Mix and Mega Draft League, against Coach Robopup and his team, the Arizona Absols. It's going to be a great match. Welcome to the workshop. Alright guys, we are here breaking down our Week 5 matchup against Robopup and his team, the Arizona Absols. He's got a pretty scary team, but I think we have the squad to take him on. His first mon is Darmanitan-Galar. This thing's an absolute beast. He gets guerrilla tactics in this league, and you know the drill. Ice Wheel Crash, Earthquake, Flare Blitz, Rock Slide, U-Turn, all of which hit incredibly hard. When boosted up by 1.5 times power, it can run Scarf really easily, so therefore it's functionally getting a Scarf and a Band. He also has the Zen mode option. He did try to show that last week. Didn't work out too well, but that's something I definitely have to be aware of. Mew, obviously, it does literally everything. It can be offensive, setup, pivoting, hazards. It does literally everything. I can't describe the extent to which it can hurt me. 100 across the board is really great. Very bulky. It does get Roost, obviously, for longevity. Tangrowth, a really great defensive grass type. With Regenerator, it's a great physical wall. It can set Leech Seed. It can just knock off stuff. It can run Assault Vest really well with Regenerator to round out its bulk. And then just Giga Drains and Earthquakes. All that hits pretty hard as it does have good offensive stats. This next mon is Arachnid. Very, very good water type. And Bug type. It's very slow, but it does have Sticky Webs to set for the rest of the team, which really helps out mons like Darmanitan-Galar. With the Water Bubble ability, moves like Liquidation and Scald hit really hard. It does have Leech Life for some decent recovery, and Lunge just for utility. And obviously Sticky Webs for great team support and utility. He's got base Darmanitan as well. Darmanitan, Unova, I guess you'd call it. Saying again, with Choice Scarf, Choice Band, Life Orb is an absolute beast. With the Sheer Force ability, with Flare Blitzes, Earthquakes, Rock Slides, U-Turns, pretty much does the same thing as Darm G. But has a little bit more variability in how it can wreck me. Noivern is the first of his two Mega Pokemon. He's got Manectite on this thing. Manectite's really cool, bumping its base speed up to 153, rounding out its bulk a little bit and giving it the Intimidate ability. It does mean he can't run Boots on it, which is really good, and also it limits his damage output because he can't run anything like Choice Specs or Life Orb or anything like that. Noivern is still really scary, so I have to make sure I can handle it properly. However, it does get revenged fairly easily by Mega Lycanroc and can't do a whole lot to Mega Cresselia, especially if it's boosted up, so I don't know if it comes. Rhyperior is the next of his next Pokemon. Again, another great physical wall with the Solid Rock ability. Rock and Ground typing is a really good offensive typing. Defensive, it leaves a little bit to be desired, but it does have Solid Rock to help that out. It's a great Stealth Rocker. Can run Earthquake or high horsepower. Stone Edge has a great move pool. He's got Absol. Absol is the next of his two Pokemon. This is the one I expect, Mega Pokemon. This is the one I expect to come. He's got Blazing Grenade on this, obviously giving it the speed boost ability and giving it a bunch of attack. This thing's a monster. It hits really, really hard. It can Swords Dance up, knock off, close combat, play rough. Gets a bunch of good moves. I think this definitely comes because it's his best way to revenge my Mega Cresselia, along with just U-Turn from like Darm G. But this will do a lot to me. Even he's not able to knock off my Absolite, but that's ironic. But it'll still do a lot to me nonetheless. He's got Togetic. Togetic's a cool discount. Fairy with Eviolite or Boots, I guess, if he's not worried about bulk. It can Roost, it can Defog. It doesn't get nearly as good. I don't even know if it gets Serene Grace, but honestly, I don't expect it to come. My Dragon is Dragalge, and that kind of scares that away. In his last two picks, he's got Spinda. Spinda is it's Spinda. It's kind of crappy. It does get Contrary. It's a Rapid Spinner, I think, and it can Superpower. And then he's got Wurmple. I don't even know what Wurmple does. Does it get Sticky Webs? I don't think so, but it's Wurmple. It's not coming. All right, with all that out of the way, let's hop into what I am bringing this week. Starting us off, as always, essentially, we got Spinal Tap the Rillaboom. He's looking great with a Terrain Extender set this week with Grassy Surge. Grassy Glide, high horsepower knockoff, and U-Turn just to pivot around. Max attack Adamant with a good amount of bulk and some speed in there. I like Terrain Extender on this. I really like Grassy Surge just being around to help me rein in both of his respective Darmanitans. As you'll see, my next Pokemon is Heatran, and I'm really relying on that thing to be able to switch in at least relatively easily to either of those two things. And being able to take Choice Scarf Earthquakes is something that's really, really useful for me. Just because they don't get horsepower. And if I can live one and scare it out with like a Lava Plume or something like that, that'll be really crucial for me. Other than that, Glide hits really hard. It revenges stuff like Darmg, maybe Noivern in the late game. It hits Rhyperior really hard and obviously revenges Mega Absol. If he's at like +1 or +2 speed, I don't have to worry about that. And otherwise, this is just a great pivot. Utility Mon this week will also providing a lot of offensive presence. Next up, as I said, we got Heatran, John Dija the Heatran. Just a bulky set. Lava Plume, Earth Power, Dragon Pulse, and Stealth Rock. This is my primary switch into Noivern, as well as, just letting me handle stuff like Tangrowth. If he doesn't have Earthquake, or the Darmanitans, if they're like even Darmg, even just Choice Scarf, does just so much to me with Earthquake, even in terrain. But I have a decent amount of bulk in here. This lets me take two regular Darmanitan Choice Scarf Earthquakes in terrain. And then Earth Power does lots of that. Lava Plume does a bunch to Darmg and Tangrowth. Dragon Pulse is there for Noivern, and then obviously just Stealth Rocks because they're great. Next up, this set I really need to do some work this week. Again, it helped me check the Darms. But we got Miss Quinn the Primarina with a defensive set, a Calm Mind set this week, Scald, Draining Kiss, Calm Mind, and Substitute. He doesn't have a lot of good answers to this set. His Fairy Resist is Darmanitan, which gets obliterated by Scald. So hopefully, if I can switch in on something, get a sub up, start Calm Minding, and force him to sack off some of his good stuff. If he's Assault Vest Tangrowth, then obviously he can take this on a little bit better. But even if like +2 Draining Kisses will do a lot. If he's Rocky Helmet Tangrowth, this is another thing I have to watch out for, because I will be taking a lot from Rocky Helmet with Draining Kiss because it does get affected. But otherwise, in the late game, I think this kind of just murders him. I just got to get it in and set it up right. Next up, again, dealing with the Darmanitans, we got Cresselia, Celine the Cresselia with a Rocky Helmet variant this week. Moonblast, Moonlight, Thunderwave, and Lunar Dance. This is just to discourage them from the two Darmanitans and, Rhyperior to some extent, to stop them from spamming Earthquake or High Horsepower, just to give Jean a fighting chance to switch into those things. Moonblast hits pretty much everything hard except for regular Darmanitan, and when this is coming in, I'm most of the time clicking Thunderwave anyway. Moonlight is there for longevity, and once I'm chipped down enough, if something else on my team is really weakened, I can just Lunar Dance, get it right back up to full, and heal it up from any status or anything. So I like that option. This is just to chip stuff down, hopefully maybe Thunderwave some stuff, and it's just there to mostly just for Levitate, which I really need. Next up, the Brutalizer Miss Murder is finally making her return after a little 2-week hiatus to give Celine some light, but looking brutal once again. Stone Edge, Close Combat, Accelerate, Swords Dance. His team gets brutalized by Stone Edge and Accelerock, and his one thing that really handles it reliably is Rhyperior. Even with Solid Rock, Close Combat is shredding that thing, especially at +2, even if he's physically defensive. But this thing looks great. Once I chip down Tangrowth a little bit, this thing kind of just bodies his team, especially in the late game. It revenges the Darmanitans really easily with Accelerock. It revenges Noivern really easily with Accelerock. And just kind of just crushes everything. So a little bit of chip on stuff like Mew and Tangrowth and Rhyperior lets this thing just kind of go ham, which is what I'm hoping for. And then finally coming back, we got Flavia. Flavia's doing a lot of work for me. So we're running another heavy-duty boot set, Air Slash, Nuzzle, U-Turn, and Defog. Nuzzle is there, again, like I said, to try to get some paras on stuff, maybe an unsuspecting Darmg or Darmkanto, Darmnova, I guess, which is really good. Air Slash hits Araquanid pretty hard. Defog, obviously, because I don't want webs to get up. And then U-Turn just for pivoting, lets me pivot on the Rhyperior pretty safely. And that's the squad we're working with. Without any further ado, let's hop into this battle. Alrighty, guys, we are about to hop into this match against Robopup and his team, the Arizona Absols. You see the 6 I expect him to bring up on the screen. Darmg, Mew, Tangrowth, Araquanid, Noivern, and that Mega Absol. I could definitely also see Darmanitan just regular, or I could also see that Rhyperior. Everything else I don't think has a chance of coming. But let's hop into this battle. You've seen the 6 that I am bringing. If you haven't, go check out the Teambuilder. Let's hop into this. Okay, we do see Togetic, which is kind of weird. We do see Darm, regular, no Araquanid, which is cool. We do see Rhyperior. No Mega Absol is absolutely shocking. Cresselia would have run all over this team. No Mew either. I'm cool with that. See what I want to do here. He's probably going to lead one of the Darmanitans or Noivern. So I like leading Quinn. Just trying to pressure him immediately. I could also lead Miss Murder, but that would just leave me open to an Earthquake from a Scarf, one of those guys. So I'm going to lead Quinn. Bluff that I'm offensive. Alright, Rhyperior. Cool. I'm just going to kind of go for something straight out of the gate. I'm going to click sub here. There's no way he stays in for this. He probably goes into Tangrowth. And I can... Yeah, there's the Tangrowth. And I can see what this set is. I'm just going to click Draining Kiss and see what happens. I can see if he's Helmet. I can see if he's AV. They did 19. He's not Helmet. That's definitely a Solvest. Yeah, he's a Solvest. Alright, so that's not doing anything. If I get up to +1/+1, I'm doing a sizable chunk more, and Giga Drain's not doing a lot, and I can start... I'm gonna click Calm Mind. See what he wants to do. Knock off. I lose my leftovers, which kind of stinks. He might go... He might switch out. I'm just gonna click Draining Kiss again. Okay. Giga Drain's not doing a whole lot. I'm gonna click Calm Mind again. Alright, Darm G comes out. I don't know how well you're gonna take that, buddy. Yeah. Oh, he's Zen. That's scary. I guess I'll click... You know what? He doesn't have webs. I want to just sack off Lavia here and then go into Miss Murder and click Accelerock. Because realistically, I want to see how much this thing's gonna do to me. I mean, nothing really does a lot. I'm just gonna click. I'm at +2/+2. I mean, Draining Kiss doesn't look like I'm just gonna click Scald. He's gonna sub. Salic Berry, that's fine. Now I can click Draining Kiss. EQ does a lot, but it's fine. Twins on the board. That thing's gone. Tangrowth comes back out. Realistically, I'm just going to Calm Mind again. Giga Drain does 18. Now I'm just going to start Draining Kissing stuff. Oh, he's got Endeavor? Wild. Alright, that's nutty tech. Dude, props for that one. That's really cool. So that's going to stop my sweep, unfortunately. Noivern's going to come in. I don't know if even like Specs Boom Burst will kill me right now. I'm at +3/+3. So let's assume, worst case scenario, you are Choice Specs. And you've got Boom Burst. Boom Burst doesn't kill me. Oh, he's Mega though. That might kill me. Boom Burst. I lived it. Delicious. Goodbye. Yeah, I think Quinn is in a position to pick up the rest of this stuff. Darm's going to come out. I'm just going to click Scald here. No reason not to. Alright, he was Life Orb. Poink. Goodbye, Mr. Darmanitan. Here it comes out. Scald again. Poink. Oh, how about that? Miss Quinn singing a song. Singing a song of death and love. Let me give you a smooch. Draining Kiss. Wow, that did nothing. Yo, Togetic's eating out here. Oh my god. Absolutely wild. He's gonna T-Wave me. That's okay. Hopefully I don't get parried. That'd be kind of stinky. Granicus. Okay. Finish it off with this gold. That's GG's. That's a 6-0, Miss Quinn. And that's a riveting win right there. Wow, I knew Primarina was gonna go ham in that match. Kind of a body bag, but thanks Robo for getting this game in. GG's, moving on up. I think that's 4-1. I think some big matches recently to bounce back from our loss against Lars. So thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a comment, give a shout out to Quinn over here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.